All right. So last that we left off last week was that we were able to um, journalize that we got a refrigerator. Okay. So this is where we last left off right here is that so then that very same day, so we are on the last day, June 14th. We ended up picking up our advertisement flyers from City Printers. Okay. Total bill for it was $100. Okay. But we minus the down payment of $50, so then that means we have to pay the rest of the $50 balance with the business credit card. Okay. So, what did we buy? What did we pick up?
Advertisement flyers.
Good, right? We buy advertising expense. So here, let's see, account number 60,000. Okay, we bought some advertising expense. Right? How much was the advertising expense in grand total? What was the total bill for the advertising expense?
The like 3,495.
No, I'm not looking at that one. I'm looking below that one.
Total bill was 100.
Okay, for the flyers, 100.
Okay.
Okay. Now, how did I pay for it?
We pay down payment pay credit card.
We paid with their credit card, $50, and we also had a what? We also, what else did we have? That was also $50. So we paid with Visa, pay with a Visa credit card for $50. Where's the other $50? What did I do with that other $50? Stacy, can you answer the question?
I'm sorry, I was trying to figure out my Excel. It went all to the accounting and it wasn't supposed to do that. But we paid a down payment of $50.
Okay, so where did we categorize our down payment?
Prepaid account.
We put it in our prepaid account. So in this case, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna redeem it. Right? Apply it to the invoice. For the $50. Right? So here we could go ahead and make our note now saying that who did we have when we bought the flyers from? City Printers. Okay. We got in this case you would have to pull up that invoice. Okay, City Printers. We didn't fill it out the first time. Okay, so let me say we have to go through this scenario again. So here you go. Here's what we ordered from City Printers. Okay. This is, okay, so we should have put this in our subsidiary ledger. All right, so in this case, we got City Printers, right? Since this is the same order, we got order number. Seven four four 136. Okay. Right? We paid, we applied down payment. Right? And picked and purchased 2,000 flyers. All right, so that means, let's see, we need to go ahead and fill all this information in. So when did we put this on the 13th? So your subsidiary ledger for City Printers was supposed to have the 13 on there for the down payment. $50 on 2,000 flyers at 5 cents each. Okay, and you use Visa Payable to pay for it. Okay, invoice number is the order number 744136. Post reference. Let's see, where did we place that in our journal? Okay, right here. It was on journal page 4, and then we picked up the flyers also on page 4. Right, it was for $50, which we paid using our Visa Payable. Then on June 14, we applied the 50% down payment, and we paid with Visa credit card. It's the same one, okay? We're still on page 4, but this time this is what you have to do. You gotta do 50 for the prepayment, 100 for the bill. So, right, it says 50, and then we made a payment for 50. Okay, that's how I want you to fill out this subsidiary ledger. So first here, we have to recognize what the invoice amount was. It was $100, right? We made a prepayment of $50, or a down payment. So that's what's going to go against this. So it told me that I had $50 bill, right? But I end up making a payment with the $50 on my credit card. So that's why it came out to be this. Okay? All right? So that's that there. Since we already did the subsidiary ledger, we could go ahead and skip that next time. But so we did the journal, right? We have all the information. We need to go plug it into our ledger now. So we have advertising expense. We purchased 2,000 flyers at 5 cents each. Okay. General Journal 4 for $100. So therefore, my balance in my advertising expense is $185. Right? We charged on our Visa credit card to pay for the remaining amount. We charged another $50, so now I owe $185. Okay. And I also have to apply my down payment to my invoice. So in this case, here you go, prepaid. Today's the 14th. Applied down payment to order number 744136. Okay, on 2,000 flyers. Okay, we redeemed it. So therefore, I should shrink my prepaid accounts back down to $6,654.17. Okay. And I already did the subsidiary ledger. Okay. So that was that transaction right here. Excuse me. Right? So then, that very same day, we end up purchasing from Restaurant Supplies, receipt number 005831. Excuse me. So this is what we bought from Restaurant Supplies. We bought 1,000 medium 12-ounce cups, okay? And we bought 1,000 large 16-ounce cups, okay? The 12-ounce cups were 5 cents each. The large cups were 7.5 cents each, which came us a total of $125. Okay, we got charged tax for $10.31. So the total due is $135.31, and we paid with our Visa credit card. Okay, so how do I journalize this transaction here? What did I buy? What did I buy here at Restaurant Supplies?
Cups.
We bought cups, right? Now, what kind of cups?
12-ounce and 16-ounce.
All right, so let's take a look. Do I have anything that's in regards to those cups?
We have medium and large cups.
Awesome. That's right. We have medium and we have large cups, so 11,760, 11,765. Okay. So we start off with our first one, which is going to be our medium coffee cups. Okay. And we have our large coffee cups. Okay. 11,760, 11,765, right? And how did we pay for them? How did I pay for my coffee cups? Say that again.
A Visa.
Yep, we used our credit card, so Visa payable. Okay. So let's think about it, right? How much did I spend on my medium coffee cups? How much did I purchase my medium coffee cups for? We got them for $50, right? And then our large coffee cups, we got them for $75, right? What do I do with the tax?
We calculate each purchase and see how much tax
Okay.
goes with it.
Okay, so my regular cups were $50. My Large cups was 75. So let's see. 50 times 0.0825. And this is 0.8025. Okay. I get 12.5 cents and 18.75 cents. Now in this case, if I were to say this is 4.13 cents and this was 6.19 cents, I went over by a penny because of that split penny rule. Right? Now let's take a look. Where would you put this split penny? Right? Which one would you round up? You got half a penny versus 3/4 of a penny. Which one would you put the penny in? Would you put the penny where the half a penny is, or would you put the penny in 3/4 of a penny?
3/4.
3/4. So in this case, you got 4.12 cents, and this would be 6.19 cents. So there you go, $10.31. So that means your total should be $54.12 plus $81.19. Okay, and that should give you your grand total of $135.31. So in this case, we had to do that calculation and figure out where would our penny go. So in this case, like I've mentioned before, most cases, most likely, it will probably be where the more money is being spent, or the higher amount for calculation. Okay, so in this case, $54.12 is for the medium, $81.19 for the large, to give you a grand total of $135.31. Okay, and we have all the information we need for this transaction, right? Who did we buy from? Restaurant Supplies. Under restaurant supplies, we got the sales receipt, so SR number 005831. What did you buy? 2,000 coffee cups. Right. That should be good enough information. Okay. So now we have it in our journal. We need to plug it into our ledger. Okay. Starting with the first one is we purchased some business supplies. So we're going to go to our business supplies here. Okay. So first one here is medium coffee cups. So I'm going to go ahead and say it's the 14. We purchased 1,000 cups at 5 cents each, which gave us a total of $50 plus 8.25% tax, which gave us $4.12. Okay. We're still on our 4th page of the journal. We're on the very bottom of it, last page, and we got it for $54.12 for the first 1,000 cups. Okay. Medium or large cups here, right? We have to say that we purchased 1,000 cups at 0.0, basically 7.5 cents, which gave us $100 or $75. Okay, plus 8.25% tax, which gave us $6.19. Okay,
No.
we're still on General Journal page 4. So that gave me $81.19. Okay. And because we charged it on our Visa credit card, we have to go ahead and input that into our liabilities. Okay, so we racked up more money on our credit card. So again, you could say you purchased 2,000 coffee cups. Okay. For $135.31. So therefore, that should increase your Visa payable to be racked up at a total of $320.31. Okay. And of course, we need to keep the receipt and make a record of this in case we need to return for any reason we need to return the coffee cups. Maybe it's the wrong style, the wrong materials, or they're not good for hot or cold coffee. I don't know. For whatever reason that you need to return it, return it. Okay? Did you buy styrofoam versus paper? Okay? So in this case, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a note of this in my restaurant supplies account. Okay, here we go. Sergeant. Okay, so restaurant supplies. Here we are. Okay, it's the 14, right? Purchased 1,000 medium cups at 5 cents each, plus 8.25% tax to equal $54.12, plus 1,000 large cups, okay, at 0.075 cents each, plus 8.25% tax, gave me a grand total of $81.19, and we paid with our Visa credit card. Okay. What was our receipt number? I believe it was 00583. Let's see. $5831. Okay. Once again, General Journal number 4. Did we have any terms? No, because we paid it at time of purchase for $135.31, which we paid with our Visa payable, Visa credit card. So right now I owe Restaurant Supplies nothing for this receipt, but for any reasons that I do make a refund or a return, I'll either get $54.12 or I'll get $81.16, or maybe I'll refund the whole thing for $135.31. Okay. There you go. But I still owe Restaurant Supplies for 2 things, right? The cash register and the refrigerator. Okay. So now that I finished buying my supplies, here's what's the last transaction here. Is going to be owner decides to withdraw from the company, okay, and took $1,500 from the bank. Okay? So what did he do here? What did Bob do here? Bob took money from the company, right? So what do we call that? If Bob takes away money from his own company, what do we call that? Bob is the owner, right? So what did he do? What did Bob do if he took $1,500 from the bank? Anybody?
A withdrawal.
He did a withdrawal. Okay? So in this case, let's check it out. Which account is the owner's withdrawal? Okay. So here, owner's withdrawal is account number 32,000. For 1,500. Now, why am I debiting my owner's withdrawal? What does an owner's withdrawal do? Does it increase or decrease equity?
Decrease.
It decreases it, right? So in this case, if we remember using the accounting model, right? Owner's equity went to, in order to increase it, you need to credit the account. In this case, I am debiting the account because I am choosing to lower the value of my company. So that's why I'm debiting my owner's withdrawal, because I'm taking money away from the company, right? Second of all, right, I'm also decreasing my checking account, right? How am I supposed to give the money from the bank? I'm going to be decreasing my checking account, right? Now, what is the most proper way to do this? Is he just going to go to the bank and just pull out the money? Or what would be the most proper way to do this? What would be the most appropriate and proper way to have an owner withdraw safely from his own company without making it look like fraud. If he just goes to the bank and decides to rip the money out, what does that look like he's doing? Looks like he's just taking the money away from the company without recording anything, right? Right? If the proper way, and this is for the rules of the whole business and economic entity, right? Since he has a business bank account and a separate bank account for his personal bank account, right? He doesn't have to, but it's the more proper way just to make sure that we kind of don't go against the whole aspect of frauding, especially when an owner decides to go into business, right? That money is his. He can touch that money all he wants because that's his money that he invested into the company. But the dangers of having that in the money in the bank account, the business bank account, is that's not a means for you to just take whatever you want and just claim that, oh, I'm taking this because it's my money. Yes, it is your money, but there are precautions and there are standard rules and procedures to ensure the accuracy of the accounting, but also to ensure that you're not actually trying to fraud your company, right? And the proper way to do that is to actually write a check, right, from the business bank account and properly submit it into the personal bank account, right? That will show that the check is taken out from the company, right? And you're separating it by putting it into the personal bank account. Okay, so that's the proper way of doing that. So if that's the case, and I need to write myself a check, or in this case, write him a check, right? So it's the 14. We wrote Bob Mason a check, right? 4,500. What was the reasoning? Owners withdraw. Okay? Because in this case, if he just goes to the bank and just rips that money out, right, there's no paper trail except for he made a withdrawal. But the thing is, what is he going to do with that $1,500? Right? If he deposited it into his own bank account, then that's where it's kind of like, well, you just stole from your own company. All right? At least the check you can process saying that he worked, that this is what he deserves, that he's taking a withdrawal just cuz. All right? That's proof that a transaction has happened versus someone just going to the bank and just taking the money out from the bank account, right? There's no real reason for it. Even if you could justify that it's an owner's withdrawal. No one would know that unless you tell the bank that this is an owner's withdrawal, but you can't do that. The bank's not going to keep record of an owner's withdrawal like that. It's only going to say that someone drew the money on this day. So this is the proper way of doing it. So check number 1513, right, is going to be for the owner's withdrawal for the $1,500. So 1513. Okay, so you have everything that you need, right? Owners withdraw, right? Proof of it is check number 1513. Okay, so plug that into your ledger. Okay, so owners withdrawals and equity account. Here you go. Owners withdrawals is this one, 32,000. It's the 14, right? Oh. So there you go. owner's withdrawal. It's up to you what you want to put here. Bob, check number 1513. General journal, page 5, because we started the new page, and it was a debit for $1,500. Right? We also need to update our checking account because we just took more money out from the checking account. So it's the 14, right? We took out check number 1513, which will decrease my account by $1,500. So that means how much am I left over with? $4,189.92. No bueno. Okay? So in this case, we can stop here, right? Now, a question to you. Do I need to go to the subsidiary ledger? Did I involve anybody for this owner's withdrawal? Yes, no? Did I involve anybody? Did I involve a customer, a vendor, an employee to help do an owner's withdrawal? No, right? The owner isn't a customer, the owner isn't a vendor, and the owner definitely does not work for his own company. So that's the rule of sole proprietor, is that that the owner himself cannot work for his company, meaning he can't be on the payroll list. However, right, of course he can work for his own company, right? He's trying to get his company to get it started. Of course he has to work for his own company. Of course he's justifying that he worked so hard in the last 2 weeks to set up his company that he deserves this $1,500. So in this case, yes, you can absolutely work. You're just not on the payroll list, meaning you're not responsible for paying into your Social Security or Medicare, right? But why would you? Because you own the company, right? You're already taking a huge tax deduction for just being a sole proprietor, owning your own business, okay? So at that point, you're able to afford your own personal IRA or some kind of medical insurance system going on for yourself because you can afford it if you own a company, right? So in this case, this owner is not a customer, not a vendor, or an employee. So in this case, no, we don't need to use the subsidiary ledger for this transaction. And that is it. So here we go. I reached the end of my transaction list, and I need to now start my trial balance. So I'm gonna start here. Okay, I'm gonna first start with my little bar here, just so then I can have a reference point to know that this is where my transactions stop for the trial balance. Okay, and what I'm going to do here with this trial balance week 2 is that means if I do have a discrepancy, right, where my numbers don't match my journal, or my ledgers become unbalanced, right, and we'll do that by testing all my debits for my credits, right. If I have an imbalance in my ledger's accounts, then that means there's a mistake that I must have done between the 8th through the 14th, right? Because our first trial balance came out good. It came out even, debit and credit on both sides. So in this case, right, that means my first transactions that I completed from the 1st all the way to the 7th is good. It's already accurate. That means I must have made a mistake either transferring the information from my journal to my ledger somewhere between the 8th all the way to the 14th, okay? So what I want you to do here is save your journal, because we're going to place it aside, right? Our journal isn't the most important. That's only if we find a discrepancy, we have to go back to the journal, okay? What all you need here is just your ledger, okay? And your financial worksheet, okay? So in this case, financial forms or your trial balance sheets. So here's my first trial balance, right? Everything looks good. Everything is debit and credit. It comes out even. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing, right? But I have definitely way more accounts that I need to put in here. So I'm just going to go do my trial balance number 2 and go through every single account and putting in their respective account balances, okay? So in this case, I'm going to start with the first one, right, which is your assets. So make sure you save your ledger, okay? So first, we're going to start off with our assets. Our bank account has nothing, so there's no purpose to record that in our trial balance, because a 0 balance would not skew my numbers at all, right? My debits and my credits will not affect it because it's a 0 balance, okay? So then my first account that I have here is my checking account, okay? And how much money do I have in my checking account? How much money do I have in my checking account?
At 23rd, 23, 6, 25.
Why do I have 23,625? So what happened to all those checks that you wrote?
We got the money.
Yes, but what about all the checks that I wrote?
Mm, like, oh, is it we got like the money?
Yes, but we also spent the money, right? We were buying a whole bunch of things. So how much money am I at right now in my bank account?
Is it the end for
4,000?
yeah 189
Yes.
92?
Credit or debit side?
This isn't our debit.
Yes. Okay. So I have $4,189.92. Okay. And that's how much I have in my checking account right now. Okay. Next account is petty cash. I haven't established one yet, so nothing there. I haven't even established my cash in my register yet, right? I haven't opened my store yet. Okay. Since I haven't opened my store yet, I haven't sold to any of my customers yet, so no accounts receivable. What about business supplies? Nothing there, but however, I did buy some business supplies, right? What's my first one I bought? Medium coffee cups. Now this is what you can do here is I want you to I don't want you. You can do whatever you want on your trial balance as long as you know what these accounts are. So in this case, if I want to abbreviate medium coffee cups, by all means, right? I could put medium cups right? Because I know that this account is my medium cups. However, on your journal, you cannot abbreviate. You shouldn't abbreviate because then, you become more lazier in your journals, right? What if you try to look up your account and you can't read your own handwriting, right? Or what if you're trying to look at which account that you're putting in there and you put acronyms, but you can't tell what those acronyms mean, right? It's best that you type out every single letter in your journal, right? Word for word. But for the trial balance, you can understand this, right? Medium cups. You bought medium cups, right? Your trial balance only serves one purpose, and that's to make sure that you put in all your debits and your credits correctly in the associated accounts. So in this case, you're allowed to use abbreviations for the trial balance. Okay, so in this case, medium cups. What's my account balance in my medium cups? How much did I buy? How much did it cost me to purchase my medium coffee cups? How much did I spend?
54.12.
$54.12. What about my large cups?
Large cup, 81.19.
Okay. 81.19. Okay, make sure you are careful when transferring the information over. Did I buy any sugar yet? Not yet. Or creamer. Okay. How about office supplies? Not yet. Did I buy inventory? Yes, I did. I bought regular coffee and I bought Supreme coffee. How much was my regular coffee?
168.70.
Plus the shipping?
200.
I bought $200 worth of regular coffee. How much Supreme coffee?
225.
Okay. Let's see what's next. Okay, ceramic coffee mugs. Did I buy ceramic coffee mugs?
No.
Well, technically, yes, you did. But right now, you haven't reached the end of the accounting period yet. So you haven't recognized as inventory yet. So in this case, right now, no, you don't have any coffee mugs. Okay. All right, next one is going to be furniture, right? No account balance in my furniture. However, I did buy some bistro tables and chairs. So in this case, you could put tables and chairs. Okay. How much did it cost me to buy those tables and chairs?
6,605 with 8 cents.
660508. Okay. Did I buy a counter? Yes, I did. Okay. For $11.93.22, right? if you kind of notice this, right? This is stuff that we recorded from our previous trial balance. So that means next time when I show you how to do trial balance number 3, I'm going to show you a quick way to do it through Excel, where you don't have to copy all the cells and bring it over, right? What you're going to do is you're going to make a copy of the sheet and just keep inserting anything that you added new, because all of these numbers that you see here, especially for your fixed assets, they're all going to be the same. So that's another shortcut that I'm going to show you next time around on your trial balance. But for now, let's just go ahead and continue on with our list. So in this case, right, $1193.22 for the counter. Okay. Desk set, for $658.37. That's the same. We bought our display shelves to also be the same at $577.08. Did we buy any office equipment? Yes, we did. We bought a computer and a printer. Okay. How much was the computer? $1,834.84. How much was your printer? $378.87. Next thing that we have here is a cash register. Okay. For a total of $64949. Okay. And equipment. Ooh, this time we got 2 coffee brewers. Okay. Brewers. The total of both of them is going to give me $4,527.95. No coffee grinder yet. We still have to finish it off. Okay. But we bought a refrigerator. For $3,495.34. Okay. Then vehicles. Yes, the first thing that we did was buy a truck. Okay. First thing that we did for week 2 was we went to go buy a truck. Right? So $32,208.90 was the total price of the truck. Okay. Then we moved on to prepaid accounts, right? So we did a lot of transactions here, right? Making down payments, making prepayments, and then applying them into our invoices. So right now, I'm currently at a grand total of prepaid accounts to be 665417. Okay. Deposits, right? Still have my rent, electricity, and gas deposit for 1700. I still, right, have goodwill that I purchased from the business for 2100. Miscellaneous suspense. I actually do have something in that account, right? That's where my coffee grinder is right now. Right now, what is my account balance in my miscellaneous suspense? What's my account balance in my miscellaneous suspense account? Account balance in my miscellaneous suspense account. How much is my coffee grinder right now? Plus the foundation. How much is it right now? Hello?
I'm here. I'm just trying to figure out this Excel thing.
Okay. Let's just step away from there and just pay attention to my screen for now, okay? And then you could catch up over the break.
Okay.
So we take the break now?
No, we are not done yet. I'm asking you guys to just pay attention, okay? Because we're currently working on this. I need you guys to answer and participate so that we can finish on time and then take our break. Okay, so right now I am in the middle of my ledger. Okay, I'm in the middle of completing the trial balance. Okay, so right now, what is my account balance in my miscellaneous expense account?
Okay, well, I guess I'll answer. 3,088.07.
Right now it is 3,088.07. Okay. Right. So now I'm finally done with all my assets, right? So now liabilities. I have a lot of them, right? I started out with an accounts payable. How much right now do I owe in grand total for my accounts payable? How much do I owe in grand total to my accounts payable?
19,171.
19,171.74.
70.
Okay. Let's see what else I owe. I got a business credit card. So I owe money on it. Right now, how much do I owe?
$320.31.
320.31. Okay. I have a notes payable, right? Because I financed my register for $649.49. Okay. I haven't dealt with payroll yet. I hired somebody, but we won't pay them until the 21st or 28th, right? So in this case, nothing here because we haven't calculated payroll yet. Okay? Let's see what's next. Utilities payable, right? We just started our business, right? We haven't even received our first utilities bill yet, so none of this is going to be there. Okay? We have unearned revenue. We haven't even opened our business yet, so there's no such thing as that right now. Okay? Next is sales tax. Well, we haven't sold anything yet, so there's no purpose for us to have sales tax. We don't have any interest payable loans. Yes, we had to buy a truck with a loan. So in this case, I definitely have a truck loan. How much did I take a loan out for? How much did I take the loan out for?
We took the loan 29,
29.
21, 90.
Okay. So we're done with our liabilities now. Equity, right? Of course, we started our business with something, right? We had an owner's equity, which was our original investment for $30,000. Okay? However, on the last transaction that we just did, the owner ended up taking some money away from his company. So again, this was a debit balance, like, right? Because we are decreasing our equity. So we subtracted $3,000. Okay? No income summary yet. We haven't closed our books out yet. Revenues, once again, we haven't sold anything yet, so there's nothing there. Cost of goods sold, which is directly correlated to our sales in our inventory, which we haven't sold anything yet. Okay. So last account that we're going to look at is going to be our operating expenses. Okay. Starting with the first one, advertising expense. What was the total balance in my advertising expense? How much advertising did I purchase so far?
Page news. We like
What's my grand total that I spend on advertising?
okay. It's 85,
$185. Okay. Let's see what's next. Bank fees. I haven't even got anything from the bank yet. Okay.
We don't pay it until
Not until the very end. Yes. Okay. Let's see what's next. Business expense. Yes, I did encounter business expense. For how much?
we spend 1,000.
We spent $1,000. Okay. We had a freight expense. We had to pay for shipping for the coffee mugs. For how much? $100. See what's next. We have some insurance expense, right? Same thing from the previous one. How much was my insurance expense?
$195.
One
83 cents.
$195.83. Good. Okay. Haven't got interest expense yet. Then we have labor expense. Okay. So we have a subcontractor expense. How much did my subcontractor cost me? Right, for the foundation, cost me $18.90. Our temporary work labor, well, they haven't worked for us yet, so we haven't paid them yet, so there's nothing here yet. Right? All we did was contract them, right? But they have to show up for us to pay them. Okay? Next one is license and permit expense. How much did it cost me to get the license and permit expense?
375.
Okay. We got loss on disposal of asset, right? Because we sold our furniture.
Two, 2,000.
Mm-hmm. Office supplies expense. We don't have any office supplies, so we can't use them. Okay. Payroll. We haven't paid our employees yet. And then let's see what's next. Purchase expense. Yes, we did buy some coffee mugs. So this is a purchase expense. How much is my purchase expense right now?
$196.
$196. Okay. Haven't had a return or allowance or a discount yet. Okay. Right? We did have some rent expense. Right? For $1,500. Okay. Let's see, any travel expenses, any utilities expenses, or any bad debt, depreciation, amortization, none. Okay, so there you go. What we can do here is now we have all of our accounts in here. We're going to plug in our formula to go ahead and calculate our grand total debits versus credits. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is equal sum. Highlight all of those. So that gave me a grand total of $80,863.44. And I am short. Okay. So that means I have a discrepancy. Let's see how much that discrepancy is. I am off by $1,500. Where am I missing $1,500? Did I not put my owner's withdrawal? Oh, I put 3,000 when it's supposed to be 1,500. My bad. There you go. Now I am even at $79,363.44 on the debit and $79,363.44 on my credit. So there you go. I am done because that means I did my accounting accurately between the 8th all the way to the 14th. Okay, because I matched on both sides with my debits equaling my total credits. Okay, so there I have it, right? I'm even at $79,363.44 debits and credits. So that means I am completely done with week 2. Okay, all right. So that means next time when we come back from the break, you guys are going to be telling me what to do. So this is where you guys are going to be constantly participating because I'm trying to show you how to become the accountant. So in this case, you're going to be telling me how to journalize everything. All right? Okay? All right. Any questions so far? So